The summer heat arrived early that year, suffocating the desert suburb with a dry pressure that made the air shimmer like a hallucination, the type of heat that made people tense without realizing it, cracking knuckles, furrowing brows, walking faster than usual. The kind of heat that brought bad news. Elena Torres wiped her brow and stared at the cardboard boxes stacked in the hallway. It was May the 7th, just 4 days until Mother's Day, and she'd finally moved into the rented one-story home with her daughters. A fresh start. That's what everyone told her this move would be. She wasn't so sure. Her ex-husband Eric had fought her for years. Control, power, money. He demanded everything. When the restraining order came down 6 months ago, the judge had called him a danger in a suit. The man could look polished, say all the right things, and still make your blood run cold with a stare. She remembered the last court date. He looked at her like she'd stolen something sacred. Elena hadn't told her daughters how close she came to breaking down completely that year. She didn't want them to carry that weight. Not Maya, 17, and already hardened by too many adult conversations. Not Gracie, 9, who still clung to stuffed animals like lifelines. Elena wanted to give them one good day this year. Just one. That was the plan. And she circled Mother's Day on the calendar in red, like it was something to claim. They settled quickly. The neighborhood was quiet. Too quiet, maybe. The kind of street where blinds moved when you walked past, but no one ever said hello. Elena didn't care. Quiet was safe. Quiet was what she needed. But the first strange thing happened on the morning of May the 8th. A bundle of dead roses was left on the welcome mat. No note, no explanation. Elena stared at them for a long time before picking them up and tossing them into the trash. Maybe a prank. Maybe one of the neighbor kids. She didn't mention it to the girls. No reason to startle them. That night, Maya sat in silence at the dinner table, moving mashed potatoes around her plate. "You okay?" Elena asked. Maya hesitated, then shrugged. "Just tired." Gracie piped up. "Can I give you my gift early?" "No, sweetie," Elena smiled. "Sunday's the day." Gracie gave her a serious nod and said, "It's to protect you this time." Elena blinked. "What?" Gracie smiled again, but this time it didn't reach her eyes. "Nothing. You'll see." On May the 9th, a second package showed up. This time it was a small taped-up box with no return address. Inside was a photograph. It was them, Elena, Eric, Maya, and Gracie, on vacation in Sedona 5 years earlier. She remembered the trip, the forced smiles, the explosive fight after the photo, the night Maya locked herself in the bathroom because Eric had screamed so hard his voice cracked. Now, in the photo, someone had scratched her face out with red ink. Elena stared at it for a long time before burying it at the bottom of the trash. The girls didn't see it. At least she hoped they hadn't. The next morning, she called the police. Officer Ramirez was polite, a little too nonchalant. "Ma'am, unless there's a direct threat, this falls under suspicious mail. I can log it, but..." Elena stared at the man, her voice low. "You ever get a photo of your face scratched out, officer?" He didn't answer, just wrote down her statement and left. No patrol car was parked outside that night. May 11th. A quiet day, too quiet. Elena checked the locks twice, then a third time. The house sat still in the scorching air. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She answered out of instinct. "Maya, you still hate me?" Her blood froze. "Eric, don't... I just want to say Happy Mother's Day early. I know you've been trying real hard. New town, new house. Shame you didn't invite me. You're violating... Click. She didn't finish the sentence. Her hands were shaking. That night, she installed a cheap camera over the front door, using a ladder and trembling fingers. It felt good, just doing something. She told Maya she was doing it for package theft prevention. Maya didn't look like she believed her. May 12th, Mother's Day. The house smelled like cinnamon rolls and sweat. Elena was up early cooking, like she used to. Maya gave her a candle and an awkward half-hug. Gracie gave her a crayon drawing of 3 stick figures in a field. One figure was crossed out in red. Elena laughed nervously. "Who's this?" Gracie whispered, "The bad one." Elena didn't ask. That afternoon, while the girls watched a movie, Elena checked the camera footage. It was gone. Blank. Not a glitch. Fully deleted. That night, dinner was simple. Tacos and wine. The power went out at 8:32 p.m. Total silence followed. No hum from the fridge. No background static. "Gracie, stay with Maya," Elena said, grabbing her phone. No service. No Wi-Fi. No signal. That's when she saw the shape. A man, silhouetted against the kitchen window, still as a statue. Then he tapped. Once. Twice. Elena ran to the living room and locked the door. Girls in the closet. Now. She shoved the couch against the front door, grabbed the knife from the counter, and crouched behind the dining table. The door slammed open. Wood splintered. Eric stepped in like he owned the place. "You always ruined everything, even my holidays." Elena stood slowly. "You need to leave, Eric." He didn't speak, just raised the crowbar. She lunged, catching him off guard. The knife sunk into his side. He howled and swung wildly. The blow caught her shoulder, knocking her sideways. She crawled toward the hallway, blood dripping, as Eric staggered after her. In the closet, Maya held Gracie's mouth shut. She could hear her mother screaming. Then silence. Then footsteps. A knock. "I know you're in there," Eric said calmly. "Maya, baby girl, don't hide from your father." Maya grabbed the nearest thing, a toy bat, and readied herself. Sirens blared in the distance. Tires screeched. Eric turned. "Of course," he muttered. "You always called someone else to fix it." The front door burst open. Officers rushed in. Eric dropped the crowbar and collapsed beside the fridge. They found Elena in the hallway, alive but barely. She'd lost a lot of blood. Maya refused to leave her side in the ambulance. Eric survived, barely. He was sentenced to life with no parole. The restraining order was a formality now. Elena never returned to that house. A year later, Mother's Day again. Maya, now legally an adult, sat alone at a small memorial garden. She placed the same crayon drawing on the grave, now laminated and protected from the wind. She lit the candle her mother never got to enjoy. As she stood, she glanced across the street. A new family was moving into the old house, laughing, smiling, unaware. As she turned to leave, she heard something. Clang, a crowbar hitting tile. But the house was empty, wasn't it?